I'm in Oregon, right? Now I've stayed in 3 different towns in Oregon.
Earlier, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the dog.
Oh, you're good. I
I'm
didn't
gonna be
think you
out
were
here
talking
that
to me.
long. I never sit out more than. I'm usually out here 2, maybe 3 hours at the most. You know.
Well,
Unless somebody blesses me with a 20 kick, then I'm like, all right, I'm done.
yeah,
Hey,
I
now,
get
Ben.
that. Yeah, I was just making a video on my YouTube channel about all the people I run into that I know from Boulder.
Hey. God.
I mean, you're not the only one. When I was in Hood River, I ran into a lady named Smiley Riley.
Yeah.
I knew her, well, I knew of her in Boulder. She hung out with the younger crowd, so of course she didn't get to hang out with me. And then when I was in, do you remember a guy named John Schmidt?
I never really hung out there that much. I just kind of, I'd hang out for a couple days and then split. I only went out there maybe 4 times. And, you know, when I first started traveling, no, Bear, lay down, I don't care. I'm tired of you dogs. Lay down. Stop it.
No more doggy politics. You want lovins and he wants hatins, and you two can't agree on anything.
Yeah, well, she sabotages me. She wants to say it's the damn bees. They got a bee nest in there. She is terrified of them. And they're not bugging you. They're just fine. See them? Some jerk left his dog food all over the sidewalk.
Well, when you recognized me, what was it, day before yesterday? Yesterday, maybe?
Well, no, when you said, I'll pretend to be your friend. You said, it's because you said, I'll pretend to be your friend for a cigarette in Boulder. That always stuck. You know, I'd get drunk and say that to people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then when you said that, I looked over, I recognized your beard. I was like, hang on, you've been to Boulder, right?
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Actually, that's one of the things that Pierre pointed out often, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. He called them Schwartzisms.
Who?
Schwartzisms, because my last name is Schwartz.
Yeah.
So I got a bunch of sayings like that, and if you're not 18, you're 12, and stuff of that nature. So.
How long did you stay out in Boulder?
Let's see, from 2003 to 2005, and then from 2009 to 2016.
Right.
So.
Spent some time out there. There.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
What a while.
Tell you another good place to get electricity, as long as you don't steal my power pack, because I leave it out there at night, is that building. It's got plugs all around the back of it. You know, right next to the gas station right here.
Yeah, so and they don't mess with you?
I always plug mine in at night and just leave it there. I've never had anybody steal it. You know, I've been coming here for like off and on, I don't know, for the past 6 years. You know?
Well, I've only stopped in 3 towns to stay in this whole state, and that's, all right, I was in Hood River.
Yeah,
in Hood River, that's where I ran into Smiley Riley.
Yeah.
And then I was in the Dalles, and when I was in the Dalles, that's where I met John Schmidt.
John who?
Schmidt.
No, I never met him.
Yeah, he was in Boulder for a bit, but it's a roving society.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like you going through Boulder, going through Hood River, going through here. You keep it on rotation. That way you don't get...
You know what? I think it's more, now I'm kind of lazy. I don't really want to go anywhere. I just got to take care of legal stuff. You know, I might get booted out of Oregon. You know, but... But, yeah.
I don't think them proper politics.
Please save me from that bee. Come here, Bear. I got you. Ah, you're terrified. Are you terrified, little baby?
Oh.
Yeah.
You are too big to be a lap dog. You're
you know
spoiled.
What it is since I quit drinking, I don't really want to move around as much. All the alcohol is making me go crazy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But, well, I drank a lot. It was almost like it shrunk my brain. It was like making choices was really, really difficult. Now that I'm not drinking, it's like, oh, I'm not so confused. You know, because it used to be like I'd bounce back and forth. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go here. No, I'll stay here. No, I'll go over there. Yeah, that gets me my damn mind. It's weird.
Well, it's oxygen deprivation.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but I guess, your brain kind of almost goes back to normal, but not fully. You know, it's not being wet brain. That's lack of vitamin B12. And that's permanent. You're screwed once that happens. If you're not smart enough to carry around your vitamins, so.
That's why I quit drinking in 2001. But
Yeah.
I also had a lot of examples showing me what not to do.
Yeah.
So I got lucky on that.
Around you.
Fuck yes, I am related to some of the world's biggest fucking morons.
Right?
I swear to dog.
Family. I think I've done a good job on showing them what not to do.
Well,
hey,
now you're a teacher. You got something to be proud of.
I think maybe I'm one of the good reasons why my dad got sober. He was a shitty drunk too.
So was I.
He's working on 4 years. He goes to his AA meetings every day. He's trying to get me to start doing that. Like, you know what? I started my drinking in solitude, so,
You know what helped me to quit drinking? Telling myself if I drank again, I was going to have to go to another goddamn AA meeting and listen to those fucking wine kids.
Right?
Like, poor me, I got drunk and I fucked up everybody's life around me and now they're mad at me. Like, fuck, dude. I know plenty of alcoholics who fess up to their shit.
Yeah.
And they don't generally go to meetings. They say, all right, I'm a fucking alcoholic. Yup, I'm fucking done with it. Nearly everybody I know out here who quit drinking quit cold turkey.
Yeah, well, you know what? I used to be able to drink like a normal person, but over time, things changed.
Became a necessity. A lot of people out here like to drown out their sorrows, their woes, or their problems.
Yeah.
And the longer it goes on, the more they feel sorry for themselves, or maybe they don't feel sorry for themselves.
I think I drank so much I forgot what I was being sorry about.
So you drank enough to fix yourself.
Yeah. It did its job. I'm good now.
Yeah, I had my fair share during high school. So when I turned 21, it was no longer fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was pretty sure I was going to be a heavy, hardcore alcoholic for the rest of my life. And then I drank a bunch of tequila. First time I ever drank tequila.
Yeah.
But I chugged a 175 of it.
They killed you?
No, but I wished it had. I was begging for it.
First time I drank tequila, I died. That's why I call it tequila.
Yeah, I call it the same thing.
Yeah, well, I was I think like 15 and a half. And my buddy's dad had it in the garage. I had no fucking idea. I thought I was chugging it down like beer. I was that dumb. I fucking took a big old chug. I was like, fuck, why do people drink this shit? I was like, well, I'll take one more,
That was like going out to Morgan's Quonset.
That's all it took. I jumped on my skateboard. I was like, let's go down to the park. Fuck that shit. You know what I mean? And fucking, then I woke up in my bed the next day. And I had no idea I was in the emergency room getting my stomach pumped. None of that. You know what I mean? And I got up. My alarm clock woke me up. Got up, got on the school bus, went to school. Next thing you know, I get a call to the principal's office. My dad's in there, and he's fucking pissed. He's like, making a big old scene. You died last night? I was like, can we go somewhere else and talk about this? I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. Everything was blank.
I was dead in January of 2018.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I took no, I don't mess with drugs. Well, on that one occasion I did. I got a bunch of sleeping pills. See, that's
life goes on, sometimes it gets better.
Natalie tried out that way.
Yeah.
She begged Joseph Lopez to shoot her in the head, but she also made sure that she had enough heroin in her system to kill her.
Yeah.
Or tried to anyway.
Yeah.
Apparently it wasn't good enough. She started freaking out.
But I think a lot of dirty kids and traveling folk that OD, a lot of them do it intentionally, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just have enough. They're like, that's the easiest way to go out.
I tried, but not with heroin. I've never tried heroin. I tried.
Fentanyl or?
No, I've never tried fentanyl either. I had some guys about 3 weeks ago try to ninja dose me, but they weren't.
Right.
They wasted, and they brought me like a Dr. Pepper glass that was like that big.
Where are
And
you at?
Hood River,
Oh yeah. Why did they do that?
because they're little bitches.
Yeah.
We got a lot of sick motherfuckers there who think that it's their place to go pass some judgment on people, and they think it's okay to get all fucked up and hateful and fucking assault disabled people. And I stand up to them. I'm not gonna just watch that shit. I don't consent to their violence in my area. You know.
Yeah, I've heard of a lot of people getting poisoned and shit like that. Heard of people dying sitting out here, you know, getting a water bottle. Next, thing you know.
Yeah.
So I usually, I don't know, unless, you know, I kind of try to read people if they give me food. I'm
Them too. What do you call those things?
oh,
The tortilla wraps or whatever.
yeah, they're pinwheels.
Well, you gave me those. I put them both in my car. Not out of disrespect,
Yeah.
but I'm paranoid of trying anything or eating anything or especially drinking anything because of that stuff.
Yeah. I ate
And since
one
that
up
happened, I've had like 7 or 8 homeless people tell me, dude, fucking somebody did that to me in San Francisco. Somebody did that to me in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm like,
Yeah. You know what? I heard about people doing that in Roseville. You know, that's where most of the train riders hang out, just because it's a big yard. You know.
not as big as North Platte, but close enough.
Yeah, well, I mean, so many train riders go there because, you know, people from Oakland hop out, it goes to Roseville. People coming from Chicago, it stops in Roseville. People coming from Portland, it stops in Roseville. You know, people coming from LA, it stops in Roseville. So you get every time I go there, especially in the summertime, I mean, I've had times I go there, there's 20 different train hoppers there.
Well, them train hoppers are about the only homeless people that if you ask them about human trafficking, they probably won't know shit because all they do is get on a train, travel to somewhere else, do some drugs, get back on a fucking train and go somewhere else.
I don't know, they come from all walks of life. I mean,
That's
I
true,
used to just live in a train yard, you know what I mean? But now it's like, I've hopped one train that was last January. You know, I haven't hopped a train since. You know, and it was only because I didn't have any other way to get down south, so I was like, screw it. Like, you know, I got 2 dogs, I'll just get into a box cart, so.
That's a good way to get killed, too. Like,
I've been doing it so long, I know how not to get killed.
And you probably know how to talk to people so they don't stab you in the middle of the trip.
I've already done all the stupid stuff, and I always ride alone.
You haven't done all the stupid stuff. You still have all your lips. Yeah. Well, that's one of the things about why a lot of them don't know nothing. They probably already met a couple of people who have at least hinted to what they're going through as far as that goes. But when it comes to train hoppers, I mean, they're mostly guys, not all of them. But they're, you know, when they come into a community, they don't actually stop usually and become a part of the community. Yeah. Now, we got people who hop the rails who aren't rail hoppers, you know, like what you were saying about last January. But that's different from someone like, God, what's his name?
Hobo, or you're gonna say that one guy, Shoestring?
That might be it.
Big YouTuber guy.
No, this is a guy, guys in Boulder, but they're all moving travelers. On. Yeah. Tree touring in a van, calling it homelessness.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm still waiting for one of those to kidnap me.
Right?
I've been kidnapped a couple of times, but, you know, it's been a while.
Just don't use any of rabbit slimes, because although sometimes they work for him, most of the time screaming at the top of your lungs to him and, hey, can I piss in your shower? It's not going to work.
Yeah, no, I'd have to be drunk for that.
Well, he wasn't drunk, and it did work. I don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to be all drunk on the corner. I'd ask everyone if, I'd ask them, hey, you know where I can get a shower? You know? I mean, if they looked at me like I was a freak, I'd be like, oh, you know, like a campground or a KOA. But if they smiled, I'd be like, yeah, your place. Or I
Does
tell
work.
them all I'm up for adoption.
Yep, that's one of my favorites. I still think that everybody out there in the house who's never been homeless should adopt a homeless person for a month. Maybe that homeless person would take them for all they're worth, which would make things bad for all of us, but most of them would be glad for a roof over their heads. Also, you'll learn a little bit more about culture. Like in Chapel, Nebraska, there ain't no blacks or Mexicans, so they blame everything on blacks and Mexicans. Then they spend $50 a night at the bar. That's $1,500 a month, and then they say they're always broke because of blacks and Mexicans. I'm like, you spent $1,500 a month at the bar.
Yeah.
I guess that's blacks and Mexicans' fault, but the thing is, it's because they don't know any blacks or Mexicans. A similar thing to the homeless. A lot of folks, when let's say you're working at a business, right? And there's a tip jar on the counter, and you have a black man who comes in and steals your tip jar. Are you allowed to prevent black people from using your establishment after that?
Yeah, I see where you're getting at.
If they're
That was
homeless,
like the Burger King in Roseville. They wouldn't serve me. I was like, can I talk to the manager, And the owner was actually the manager, because he couldn't find another manager at the time. But I was like, you're looking at a really good lawsuit. Somebody's going to sue the shit out of you. Not all homeless people are idiots.
not all homeless people are stealing your tip jar, and not every homeless person deserves to be punished for it.
Yeah, well, a lot of train hoppers, are idiots. I've come into towns and they just tear up towns, dude. Fucking.
Not as bad as the Juggalos.
I was in what was it? I think it was Rawlings, Wyoming, or something.
Oh my God, I've been there.
Yeah.
That Rawlins, Wyoming is on my YouTube channel. My dad went to prison there.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. That's a neat town. I liked it.
I shouldn't have interrupted you though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there visiting my friend Ryan Ingersoll, and she was taking care of a couple of kids that weren't hers. Ended up being a fucked up situation.
Down, Cash. Hey, Cash, leave it alone. Lay down. We're done. Lay it down. Yeah, you know what? He loves killing bees because he got tore up last year. 2 hives got him. I mean, he was covered in bees.
So instead of being afraid, he's trying to eat them.
Yeah, he hates them. Oh, he got stung in the mouth this morning killing one. He still got him though. He's still after him. Freaking last year I was hiking through the woods.
Bad.
He stepped right on one of those hives, and I mean he got covered. He jumped in a pond. At that time he was scared of water still. He wasn't a water dog yet. He just had his head sticking out of the water and he was just in the water drowning. I mean he was in there for like a good 5 minutes. He came out, I still had to pick the bees off. I mean they're still out kind of chemical when you kill them. And so that's why they keep coming after him, is because he keeps messing with them. You just leave him alone, he'd be fine.
I do. We had a few houses in Colorado when I was working there that had bees underneath. That is a fucking flea.
No shit.
No shit.
There's a flea on her?
Yeah.
Huh. Must have came from change. Come on, lay down, buddies. Lay it down. Lay it down. There you go.
Well.
She wants you to save her. Save me from the bees, please.
I'm not saving you from squat, but I'll give you some muffins. I'm gonna go try to find a tobacco real quick, and then I'll probably be right back.
Alright.
I planned on making a video about all the people that I run into that I know from elsewhere, but it never quite works out, because usually as soon as I start talking, somebody come up and start talking to me, or their dog's being cruel and go, "Oh, give me some lovin's," and I'm like, "I want to, but then I can't keep you and I'll be sad."
Yeah. Well, I can't go on YouTube. There's a lot of people in the traveling community I don't want to know where I am or any of that.
Yep.
I used to hang out with a lot of idiots.
Yes. Well, I definitely let people know where I'm at. I let them see my face loud and proud.
Yeah.
A lot of people hate me, but on the bright side, if they're focused on me, they're not focused on others.
Right?
Plus, they can't get their nasty cock beaters here to touch me,
Yeah.
which is funny because all these people claim that they was going to kill me, and none of them actually got off their ass to do it. But I said, you know what? I'm going to expose these fucking child molesters. And you know what? I kept my word.
Yeah. Hey, have you been to, you know about the tobacco store right there? Smoke shop?
I saw it,
Yeah,
but
they're a little bit cheaper than Fred Meyer's.
no, it don't matter. Let me show you all the money I got in my pocket.
All right.
Yeah. I might have 30 cents on my Direct Express card, but that's it.
Yeah. Well, if you want to come back here, you can take the corner.
I'm gonna give you some time because me standing here kind of looked to me as if it was
I got
your
a little
ability.
money in my pocket. I got my BB gun. I'm tired of dealing with dogs out here. I want to get off this corner.
All right.
I got enough money for the bus. And I got cigarettes. I got my food stamps. I got everything I need.
Lucky fucker. They took all that away because I didn't have help keeping it. But
Yeah.
on the bright side, I didn't chop nobody up.
Yeah. I'll sit here until you grab your stuff and get your sign.
All right. Could I pretend I like you for a cigarette?
Sure.
All right. I do like you,
That
but
saying has
don't.
gotten me probably about 100 cigarettes.
Yeah.
Hi. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Two.
All right. It'll be just a couple of minutes.
Hey,
Yeah.
water.
Oh, fuck yes. I haven't had my coffee yet. I got sugar. I got instant coffee. No water.
Right.
Oh, I tried going the wrong way. I'm going to walk right into Johnny Cash. We are who we are. Got what I wanted. I was direct about it, but slightly entertaining, in my personal guesstimation. There's a lot of people that I've met on the streets, and it's a roving society. You might go to Tennessee, meet a bunch of people in Tennessee, and never see them ever again. Of course, you might walk into a Fred Meyer's in Oregon, but it's a big state. Several people I've met, I gotta try to make some money. I don't like begging, but I'm not plugged into the network here. In Chapel, Nebraska, people knew me as an artist. So making money with my art didn't work because people, well, they pay their plumbers first. They pay their babysitters first. They pay their rent and their electricity first. When it comes to paying people, as much as people may have intended on paying you for the hard work that you put into drawing pictures for them, you're on the bottom list as far as priorities go of people to pay. But at least they knew me as an artist. And as a result, people would ask for artwork, and once in a great while, somebody would actually pay me for that art. Somebody like Brandy Herb. I was glad she actually paid for the art, but nobody else did. Small town. Now here, there's a couple of people who have seen my artwork now, and they say, "Oh, why don't you become an artist?" Well, I already am an artist. Well, that doesn't get me paid. It takes a lot of time to create art. And when you're having to do shit like that out of a vehicle, man, it's difficult to even get to your art supplies. You have to worry that anywhere that you go through to sort your stuff out, you're going to have issues. Because people don't want to see unsightly. They don't want to see a mess, even though you're making that mess in order to organize everything and get things put together where they need to go. There's, I mean, you can't tell, but it's because I took those pool noodles and tied them all together, and inch by inch, it's all a cinch, right? But it takes time. If I was to pull everything out of here and try to resort it so that I could have access to what I needed when I needed it, it'd take a full day to do that. I'm not talking like a full 8 hours. I'm talking like most of the daylight. If there's a place where I can work on it that's got a night light and I don't have to worry about being harassed by police or a business owner or something like that, you know, it's a different story, but that's not the story that I'm living right now. I'm gonna get a piece of cardboard and pull it out and make a sign. I got a big ass Sharpie for the purpose. Of course, I got coffee. Now that I have a bottle.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
Gotta go back to the field.
All right.
There. Some lady gave me my 20 kick. I gotta get off the corner.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That lady with the sandwich?
No, some other lady.
Badass. Well, I got your number.
Yeah, you gonna be around later?
I am.
Yeah, I'll come by and shoot the shit with you. I need to go take a break from these dogs for a little bit.
Hell yes.
They're getting on my nerves.
All right, be safe, Bad Betty. Later, Cash.
Come on, buddies. Come on, we ain't going for a ride. Come on, Cash, let's go.
Thanks for the water. It's all I needed for coffee.
Right on. Come on, dog.
Small world. I know him from Boulder, Colorado. I know Smiley Riley from Boulder, Colorado. Although I didn't recognize her, she is somebody who, well, she was familiar. I don't mean familiar like your mom and dad, or familiar like your brothers and sisters. I mean, I recognized her face. Right. And now I got another number 1 recycled bottle. Melt it down at 276 degrees Fahrenheit in a rotomold. Rotate for about 30 minutes and let it cool for about 2 hours. After that, the plastic will set. When it sets, it'll shrink away from the sides. You don't need no special shit to pop it out of the mold at that point. Anyway, oh, my beard is tickling me. You know how we end these videos. Good to be rid of you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper, and no victim left behind.